All right, we are back again with a new section in our book, The Hippocrates Method, Lose Weight, Reverse Type 2 Diabetes Without Drugs for Type 2 Diabetic, Pre-Diabetic, and Overweight Individuals. This is the Kindle edition, and I just wanted to make the announcement, January 2022, it has been published and is available on Amazon. Let's get right into the material. Before I do that, though, I want to remind you that this video book series is designed to be used like an audio book. You don't have to sit and watch the video. You can listen to it while you're doing other things. There are some references and other links in the video description, and I hope you will check those out because the references are important. That's part of the educational program. I never really designed this to be just a book. I designed it to be a complete, comprehensive educational program. So there's a lot of outside reading and videos and other things that you can take a look at, and I certainly hope you'll do that. The more you learn, the better it is. If you feel that this information is helpful to you, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. All right, let's get into the material. A diet can help you lose weight. A lifestyle will help you keep it off. This is in our dieting versus lifestyle section. I guess my idea of a diet is that someone hands me a meal plan and says, okay, do this for the next 6 weeks and you'll lose 20 pounds. This is a great idea, except for the fact that it doesn't do a darn thing to eliminate all the bad eating habits that I've managed to build during my life. Sooner or later, some of those old habits pop back up and take over because they were just hiding in the background while we enthusiastically pursue that well-intended diet plan. If you have a habit, oversized portions for example, for 30 years, it's a really strong routine and it doesn't magically disappear just because you're trying something else. In this program, we'll practice what is generally referred to as lifestyle modification, which is just another term for making small changes to build different habits and routines. We're going to build those new routines in a way that will literally replace the old ones. When the old routines are gradually phased out, they will be gone for good. First, of course, you need to decide on what habits you want to replace. There is no mystery to this process. It's just a matter of taking the best part, or a completely neutral part, of an old habit and attaching a new good habit to it. You'll see an example of how I changed a potato chip and spinach dip habit into a celery and spinach dip habit later in the handbook. There wasn't anything wrong with the dip. It didn't have a lot of calories. Potato chips, on the other hand, had to go, and I'm not a chip junkie anymore. The same method worked for my favorite corn chips. They were loaded with calories. Seems I could never eat just a few of those things. A safe and gradual approach also applies to exercise and physical activity. I remember going to a gym once and an aggressive trainer started coaching me. He insisted that I begin on a machine and do a bunch of reps using a lot of weight for resistance. I hadn't actually done any exercise in a long time, and I just wasn't ready for that type of workout. It was a very short workout. I said something to him that I can't repeat here, and I left the gym. I didn't go back to another gym for a long time. I finally got a membership at the YMCA where everyone was supportive and no one pressured me. That was more my style, and I still go to the Y at least 5 days a week. The emphasis in this program is on making small, gradual, and systematic changes because your body will adapt to that much more easily than trying to make some great big sudden shift. Usually when we make too many big changes too soon, we may be okay for a while, but sooner or later we're going to go right back to the old habits. Every once in a while, there's an exception to this rule because you're ready for a big change. When you're at the end of the rope, that's time for a big change. I made some of my biggest changes when I got scared. My diabetic symptoms were so bad that it just, really, it was scary. And that prompted me to start making some real changes. Now, there are some articles in here, how to make exercise a habit that sticks. Let's take a quick look at that one. This is from NPR, and the nice thing about this is a 16-minute listen if you want to get a little further along in your education on how to make exercise stick. Another link here for National Institutes of Health, Creating Healthy Habits. Make better choices easier. And you know, there's a lot of additional reading here, but the more time you spend with this, the better it is because you'll actually make faster and smoother progress in the program, the more you know and the more you stay focused on learning and the repetition that goes along with this. Making changes is one thing, but making changes and being motivated to do it and making changes and knowing that it's the right thing to do, that's a whole different ballgame. 7 signs you're not eating enough to lose weight. I bet you didn't expect that one, did you? If you get too carried away in reducing your calories, this can happen because it can slow down your metabolism so much that your weight just plateaus out and just doesn't want to go anywhere. I remember talking to a gentleman one time, and he says he didn't understand it. He just didn't understand it. All he was doing was eating salads and light stuff, and he was only eating 1 time a day, and he was still gaining weight, and he couldn't figure out what was wrong. And I told him, I said, you're killing your metabolism, man. Eating 1 meal a day, that's going to slow it down to a crawl. When you eat less, your metabolism slows down. That's the way the human body is designed. If there's not enough food, you're not going to burn food up so fast. If there's a lot of food, you'll burn it up a little bit faster. That's just the way it works. I want to mention something here to prepare you for a phase that can happen as you lose weight over an extended period of time. Occasionally you may hit a weight loss plateau. This is perfectly normal and should be expected. During this phase, your body is going through a period of adjustment, and in spite of your best efforts, it seems you can't lose a single pound. Don't worry, it's only temporary. And when I say temporary, it might be a month, it might be 3 months. But it's not going to last forever. Everybody's composition is different, and it may take a little more time for one person or another to have their body make the full adjustment. I was on a plateau one time, and I wasn't losing any weight, but I wasn't gaining any either. Actually, I was kind of frustrated about the whole thing, but then I decided, what the heck, I'm learning habits that help maintain a steady weight without gaining or losing any. This will come in handy when I reach my optimal weight and body fat percentage. That did help. Sometimes it helps to just kind of step back and reevaluate what you're doing. Think about your perception of the whole situation, because your perception dictates everything. This whole process of losing weight and getting healthy revolves around your perception. And that's one of the reasons I put the videos and the extra reading and all that stuff in, because as you get better educated and you take in more of this good information, your perception about this whole process is going to change. Let's take a look at these 2 articles. What to do when your weight won't budge. This is from WebMD, Nourish. And over the years, they've really improved their writing, the quality of their writing, and they are more inclined to be open to some of the holistic practices and better emphasis on nutrition, because I remember a few years back I wasn't real impressed with WebMD. Seemed like all they could do is talk about the prescription for this, that, or the other and textbook medical stuff. That's just my feeling about them, so I use them quite a bit in references here. This will give you a pretty good idea about some things that you can do, and you just have to flip to the next page here about what to do when you hit a weight loss plateau. 14 simple ways to break through a weight loss plateau. Let's look at this article. This is from Healthline, and again, I use quite a few references from them because their writing is always clean and clear. It's very concise, very well thought out, and lots of references. They can back up everything they put down here. So I really appreciate that, the fact that they're very thorough with this. All right, our next section is on getting some tools to help us build better health, and we'll start in talking about chronometer, and that will be in the next video. I want to thank you for watching this one. Pick up a copy of the book if you can on Amazon. There's a link in the video description. Please subscribe to my channel, and if you find this information helpful and educational, please give the video a thumbs up. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.